Thank you, everyone. So next up, we are going to bring up, we initially had our county executive, Angela Alsabrook with us, but however today, due to emergency, we have Ms. Unisha Davis. She is the Director of Office of Community Relations, and she is going to bring some special remarks to Mahogany Books today.
That she is so happy and we are so Prince George's proud to have Mahogany Books and we welcome you to Prince George's County into the National Harbor. So I hope everyone comes in to get a book. I know that when I was a kid, I wasn't able to travel so much, but what a book did for me, it allowed me to get time traveling. I was able to go to the past, get back into the present and also go to the future. So I know that, we all may have our special book, but I know what a book meant to me as a child and what it did for me. And so I hope that you go in, grab a book, cuddle up. It's something about still holding the book, right, in your hand that really still makes that reading that particular book very special. So the county executive has a proclamation that I would like to read today. Whereas, I'm going to pull this in. Whereas, the Office of the County Executive for Prince George's County, Maryland, welcomes and congratulates Derek Young, Ramunda Young, and Mahogany Young as you gather to celebrate the grand opening of Mahogany Books at National Harbor, an award-winning local and independent bookstore originally founded in Washington, D.C. And whereas in 2007, Derek and Ramunda Young started an online bookstore for people of the African diaspora. The online store quickly grew from an online operation to a physical location in Washington, D.C. And whereas Mahogany Books is known nationally for promoting and selling books for all ages written for, by, or about people of the African diaspora. And whereas Mahogany Books encourages social entrepreneurship in the African American community by promoting reading, writing, and cultural awareness as tools to improve communities as well as enrich lives. And whereas Mahogany Books has helped connect readers to writers through literary events with individuals such as President Barack Obama. Yes. We can still clap for him. Yes. The late U.S. Representative John Lewis. Yes. Walter Mosley. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Misty Copeland. Gabrielle Union. And D.C.'s Mayor for Life, Marion Barry, among many other public officials and celebrated writers. And whereas we are Prince George's proud to join family and friends of Derek and Ramunda and Mahogany, as well as local business owners and community members in celebration of Black Books Matters Day. Okay. That's right. And the grand opening of the new location of Mahogany Books at National Harbor. Now, therefore, but County Executive Angela Alsabrook, County Executive for Prince George's County, Maryland, do hereby welcome Mahogany Books to Prince George's County on this 7th day of August 2021 and proclaim today as Black Books Matter Day in Prince George's County. Further, I join the citizens and residents of Prince George's County in extending best wishes for continued success. Thank you and congratulations.
All right now. Okay.
Just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So we're going to move forward. Oh, yes. Oh, I am so excited. We are going to bring forward our council member. She is the council member for this district for Oxon Hill, Maryland, National Harbor. We have Ms. Gina Anderson. Anderson Ford, thank you so much for joining us.
And I want to just say thank you so much for having us. I work for the councilwoman, so Councilwoman Monique Anderson Walker was unable to be here. Her scheduling plan, she was supposed to travel tomorrow, and they moved things up. So she apologized. You got me instead. I'm Gina, and I do her public relations. And I just want to tell you, I had comments, but because it's random, I'll make it really brief. We are so delighted to have Mahogany Books in District 8. This is District 8. So Councilwoman Anderson Walker represents this area. When we heard that they were coming, we sent it out. You know how people are excited about Starbucks with pumpkin spice coming, and we waited for Coming to America sequel. But we shouted out Mahogany Books like that because we knew that our constituents would support them and would just love having them in the area. We know that books are just a window to so many different things. I'm going to read this one page. It unleashes the ability to escape, opens up explorations and adventures, strengthens the brain, increases empathy, builds one's vocabulary, reduces stress. We need some stress relievers right now, don't we? And it aids sleep. Now, I came in here the other day, and the councilwoman I met them earlier in the week, the Youngs, and welcomed them to District 8. But she came in yesterday to talk with Derek. And the councilwoman is born and raised in Prince George's County in District 8, and she found out that Derek was also. So they had a bond immediately. What we love about Mahogany Books, not just the product, they're about giving back. They're making sure that books are accessible to communities and schools, which is let's give them a round of applause for that. And not only that, I came in the shop yesterday. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little personal story. When my daughter was 5 years old, her name is Summer, she was born on Christmas Eve. I went into Toys R Us. Does anybody remember Toys R Us? I know I'm dating myself. I went in there to find a black doll for my daughter for Christmas. No black dolls on the shelf. Went to other toy stores. I said, I'm going to go to another neighborhood because I know they're going to have some black dolls on the shelf. I went in there, and they had aisles of dolls. And finally, I said, I was determined I would get my daughter a doll. So I asked the manager to come, and I said, I need a black doll for my daughter. I explained to him, it's Christmas. But first of all, you know what community you're in? And so he said, well, if we have it, it'll be all the way. And these stores have things all the way up to the top. So if you don't know me, Miss Gina said, well, we're ready to pull them all day. And we did. We pulled every doll. They pulled, so many dolls. You never saw a black face until the end of pulling the bag. I stood there. And I said, wait a minute. First of all, there were only 2 variations. I want those. But I said, you know what? No one would ever see them up there on the top shelf or be able to reach them. Do you know your community, your consumers, we want black dolls. So look, Mahogany, you can walk in here and get a black book for your children. I came in the other day and I bought some books for an 8-year-old little boy who's having a birthday, and I have a new little girl that's coming in our family, and I'm really excited about in 2 months. And so I bought 8 books for her because I always buy babies and kids. I buy other things, but books are always on my list. I have to show you this book. Can you hold this for me? Yeah. Thank you, baby. Look at this. Wonderful Me. I love all of me. You see this? This book is going to unleash, first of all, the love that I feel for her. When I turn the pages, she's going to hear my voice. But it's going to open up the journey of her self-love. So thank you, Mahogany Books, for having a store where we can see mirrors of reflection of who we are. Yes. Welcome to District 8.
Thank you so much for those words. We really appreciate it. So we're going to bring up the young family. I'm just so proud to call them just friends. They are family. We love you. We know they have touched so many people's lives, and it's just going to continue growing. And so I just want to say thank you for doing what you do. And I just want you to come forward and congratulations.
We'll say something. I'm trying to be brief. Woo! Because this is a big day. Rain or shine, it's a big day. And first, thank you, first of all, to the County Exec's Office. We appreciate you. Thank you for welcoming us to to the community, to the county. It is a joy to be here. And also to Councilmember Monique, thank you again for having us, as well as to National Harbor. Shout out to National Harbor for having not just this Black business here, but there are several Black businesses that are now here in the harbor and brown businesses. So give a shout out to us because we deserve to be in the harbor. Hello, somebody. We spend our coins just like everybody else. That's a whole other conversation. But I just want to say thank you for all of you just standing out here in the rain. This means so much to me, to our family, to our dream, to our vision. I don't care about the rain. I don't care about the little lashes. But I just want to say this. You have no idea what it means to have a dream, to have a business, to have an idea that other people believe in. It's one thing to have a dream in your own mind, and it's a whole other dream to having other people see it and join in and support that dream. Everybody here in this rain means so much to us, so much to me, so much to our family. This is not a game to us. Do you know back in the day, 400 years ago, Black people like us, that's not a good thing, it's not a cool thing to talk about, but we were hung for reading what's on those shelves. We were not able to read. We were not allowed to read. We were hung trying to read the Bible. You hear me? And so here we are today as a couple, as a family, as a community, making Black books accessible. And not just for Black people, let's be clear. This history, this knowledge, this information is for every single person, right? We have to read about other people's communities, that's great. That creates empathy, as Councilwoman Gina said, Representative said. It creates empathy. But the empathy doesn't come if you don't read about me. You have to read about our culture, our community. So that's what this bookstore represents. It's not just come in and get a book, but man, you can read about people who have done great things, who were trailblazers, people who had a dream and acted on that dream, even when they were hung. You hear me? It's not just about books. So I am honored. I am humbled. I am delighted. My spirit is soaring to see all of these faces out here today in the rain, in the heat some days, to say, you know what, I'm going to support Black books. I'm going to support Mahogany books. Because you probably passed several bookstores to get to this one. Hello, somebody. Everybody say hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody.
You did. And I'm grateful. We're grateful. We're so appreciative. People flew in today. People drove hours today. People showed up for us, and it is a blessing. It's something I don't take for granted. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being part of a vision and a dream that's so much bigger than the three of us. It's so much bigger than our daughter. It's so much. Well, we had to do this for your daughters too. This is for your kids too. This is for me. When I had to grow up just reading Jack and Jill, I need to read about Jamal and Jamisha. Hello, somebody. That's right. I do. No shade on Jack. They help me to read. But anyway, I want to keep going, but I'm just grateful for you all to be here. Thank you for my sisters and who flew in from Dallas, my cousins who flew in, my best friend who drove here from North Carolina just to be here today. So, and all of you that took time out of your day to join us for Black Books Matter Day. Can y'all say hello, somebody? Black Books Matter Day, official in the county. So, okay, husband, where you want to go?
Okay, so thank you for Reverend Young. We appreciate it, Pastor, for the good words. Thank you. This is incredible. All who know us, our family, understand that I'm the very quiet one, the one that stays in the back, and I just like to do the work and grind. And Ramona brings some personality to our business. She's very magnetic, and she helps attract people to us. So, very thankful for her, what she does, what she means to our business, because it wouldn't be the same without her. Our daughter, who from the day we knew she was going to be here, inspired me to push forward and to try to leave something that was significant for her, to create a legacy, and to understand it's not about me, but about what we're bringing to the community and others. And that's something that I now, 16 years ago, I started to understand and work every day for, not just for her, but for everyone. To understand that if we're doing our job I'm doing my job to make this community better for her, how to do the same thing for you guys, make sure your kids are in a community that is beneficial for them, supportive and safe as well. I want to thank all of our team, those individuals who are volunteering for us, who have been with us since the very beginning, supporting us 14 years ago when we were talking about this in their basements, having fire games, and a couple of date nights. We just really appreciate everyone who come out, supported us. All the Mahogany Books booksellers who have supported us and learned and dealt with my craziness and how we can merchandise things. But we really appreciate all of you and for working hard to be a part of this journey. I want to specifically thank my parents over there for to get me to this point. To get us to this point, I wasn't a reader growing up. My mother, a huge reader, always gave me books. I might read half of it and put it up on the shelf, but she continued to give me books. She continued to work to find things that interest me, that help me find a love for reading. And because of that, I finally found a book that really kept my interest. And with that one book, her finding that one book for me, put me on this path and put me in a position to, when I work at a bookstore, to learn my history, to understand my heritage, and that we've made significant contributions to the world over, right? And to understand that by putting that information in other people's hands, they can also feel empowered to do the same in their passion. So we stand on the shoulders of other booksellers who come before us, who will continue to do this for decades. We look to them for the example to just be servants to our community. And we just really appreciate all of you guys who have just been there with us through our trials and tribulations, as we grow and learn to become a better bookstore. We just really appreciate everybody. I want to specifically thank National Harbor for dealing with me and my slowness and getting some of this information to you guys to move forward. This has been a 2-year process to get here. And National Harbor has been very, very gracious in working with us to show that they wanted us here and to help make this feasible. So we really appreciate them making it happen. I want to say a special shout out. Hey y'all, in September, hopefully it's going to be September, but we really want to do something special with Mahogany Books. And I'm going a little longer than I wanted to, but I want to make sure I acknowledge Brother Kid Mormon over there, who is the owner and proprietor of the Ronnie Coffee House. Okay. So he's going to be bringing incredible coffee to this space. So I want to make sure I just acknowledge him, not the Lord, but I want to make sure that he's been a mentor as well to us, helping us learn, grow as entrepreneurs. So we really, really appreciate him. He's been like a big brother in business for us. So definitely want to make sure I acknowledge that. So really, just thank you. That's all I really want to say to each and every one of you guys. We really appreciate it that you guys have supported our dream. And I just understand that it's not about us. It's really about what we can do to support and serve everyone out there, because we deserve to have retail businesses that look to make our spaces empowering and accepting of who we are. Right. That's really all it's about. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, let's get this ribbon real quick.
Before we cut, can we do a pose picture first? Everybody just look up quick.
Can you stretch the ribbon tight? Yeah.
And down here, come on, please.
All right, Ramonda, let me know and we'll count it down.
Okay. Is the ribbon going all the way across? My mom-in-law up here? Yeah. Okay. My friends over here, my family.
All right. On the count of 3. 1,